Hello everyone and welcome to the One Pokemon Challenge. Can we beat Pokemon Sapphire with one Ledian? The only rules we have is we can only use Ledian in battle, we cannot use items in battle, no glitches or exploits, and have fun? Question mark. Now looking at Ledian's stats, we're in a world of trouble. We learn no moves outside of normal moves as far as attacking moves go. We do have an arrangement of TMs that will come handy later in the run, I'm sure of it. But my hopes, they're pretty low. I think we're going to have an absolutely brutal start to this game. Anyway, we called it Bugsy because, well, I couldn't think of any other name. And we get straight to it. First of all, we face our arch rival, May. She's pretty much an easy beat in this one. And we get to level 15. We're on to the first gym already, and I knew we were no hope at all in beating this one, but I wanted to show you what it was like getting here at level 15. And yeah, it's a nightmare. We've only got Tackle, we've got Hot Comet Punch as well. It does next to nothing on Geodude, and I realize, yeah, we're going to need to be quite high level just to beat this first gym. I don't know how high, but it's got to be pretty darn high. But you can see on this run, this was our best run at level 15. We actually got it down quite a bit, but we also missed a lot of moves. Supersonic's only a 55% chance of hitting. Throughout this entire run, it felt a heck of a lot less. As you can see here, big time game overs. We go back, we did some grinding. I don't know if you guys want to see the level grindy stuff, so I've kind of skipped a lot of that in this video. But level 25 now, and well, as you can see, Rock Tomb does a heck of a lot of damage on our poorly Ledian. We try again, and this is the run we got, and yeah, crit's super effective. We gotta do a lot more. And we go back to level 35. We have learnt Reflect now, so hopefully we can take less damage, and well, you're about to see this battle here. We're over 20 levels higher than Geodude, and you'd think, well, even despite our tight disadvantage, we would be fine. We're not really that fine. We actually had a really good start to this battle, though. We got Geodude down to over half health, and then Roxanne decides to use a potion, because why not? And yeah, look, this is... This was kind of scary. Thinking about what was coming up in the challenge, I mean, let's forget about the Elite Four and becoming the champion. We're gonna get through the first couple of gyms. Anyway, back to it, and yeah, this was just not happening. Even at level 35. So we had one plan, and one plan only. We get to level 42 and learn Swift. Now, Swift does, yeah, I mean, it does a little bit of damage, but a lot more than our previous moves. So, look, this is all we can do. We get to Nose Pass finally, and yeah, I mean, we just missed Supersonic 500 times in a row, as you do. And we still lose. We still lose the battle, but I knew we were pretty unlucky, so we just went straight back to it. Geodude, pretty easy to negotiate at this time. Nose Pass comes out, we hit Swift. Again, it's 27 levels higher, we're doing a quarter damage. We decide to Reflect so we can take a little bit more damage ourselves. We keep hitting Swift, he hits his Rock Tomb. It's still super effective, but not anywhere near as bad as it would be. Thankfully for us, they ran out of potions, and we beat the first gym at level 42. Yep. You heard right. Level 42. Anyway, we moved to Dewford, and because we're so over-leveled now, this gym was an absolute breeze. Bugsy's just gonna wipe through. There's nothing really to reflect. I mean, yeah, we're so over-leveled in this second gym. They had no chance. I don't normally like playing Pokemon like this, but this was out of necessity for the challenge. And yeah, we get through, no problems at all, until Watson. And now, leading up to this, I knew this was going to be a challenge, but this ended up being one of the hardest battles I've ever done in the 20 years or however long I've been playing Pokemon. We struggled big time. If you watch this live on my Twitch, you would know how hard this was. We got to level 50, and I'm thinking, okay, we'll just overpower it. That's fine. No. We're over double the levels, and we're doing minimal damage. Double Edge, we got a crit on the first Magnemite. Now, that was huge because the first Magnemite kept paralyzing us. And so I'm thinking here, level 60, it is time to get past the gym. We learned Double Edge. We made it easy work at the end. That is our best move we learned, by the way. Double Edge. Yeah, not good. The problem is, though, with runs like this, we did the hard work getting through the first 3 gyms. Now, between now and well and truly late in the game, it was an absolute breeze. We're 30 plus levels higher, we're 34 levels higher than that Torkoal, by the way. Still can't one-shot it, but we managed to beat the gym first try, no problems at all. The reason why I'm just showing a lot of battles too is because there was nothing else really to show. I mean, we end up beating our dad, demoralizing him, going to the 6th gym, and now Skarmory did hold us back a little bit here. Again, I just thought we would tank through it, but no. We most certainly did not. Chipping away at Skarmory, he's taking our accuracy away. We use, well, I was going to say, what are we going to use? We use Double Edge. Barely surviving the 6th gym, but we got it done. And then we get to the 7th gym, and again, we kind of got stuck. Even at level 68, we had to change our strategy a little bit. We decided to learn Toxic, and also Focus Punch, which wasn't a good move. I believe I changed that pretty quickly after this battle for the rest of the challenge. Because if we get hit, we can't use it. Anyway, we fall asleep, but one of the positives that my Bugsy / Ledian has, it has the ability where I wake up early from sleep. So that was very handy for this battle. And thankfully for us, we get the job done. Well, not quite. Spoiler alert. We are getting the job done. We can finally learn TMs. That was huge. Once we can start, you know, collecting TMs, because the further in the game the more we can collect, it ended up getting a lot easier. We get to the final gym, we beat Wallace first try, and here we are, level 73. We have made it. We have made it through all the gyms. It's now time for the Elite Four. Again, I do apologize. This video is quite short because between the 4th gym and 8th, it took nothing. So, anyway, we get to here at level 73. I pretty much knew we were no chance, but again, I just want to see how we go. Marietta uses a full restore. And here I thought, well, the first Elite Four member in Sydney is going to be relatively easy to beat, as we have the moves to defeat it. Even though it's taking 2-3 shots, that's no problem at all. We managed to beat Cacturn. Out comes Sharpedo. We get to Sharpedo. He hits Swagger, which isn't great for us, and we faint. We faint on our first try, but I knew we could beat. We go back, straight back in on the next try. Hit a massive Double Edge. He hits Slash for a bit of damage. We hit our Aerial Ace. Sharpedo faints. We've still got a little bit of HP left for Shiftry. Managed to hit him once. He hits a double team, which again was a little concerning, but we managed to hit, and we get through the first, and this is where I panicked. Dusclops uses Curse. We take a significant amount of damage after every turn. This is where I knew I need level 100. There is no chance. I need level 100. You might think that's a huge jump, but there was no way I was getting past this unless I could two-shot it and it doesn't use Curse, which thankfully, at level 100, that kind of worked. Anyway, the positive here, they didn't get to use their potion. We get to Banette. Banette is dangerous because it does use Spite, it takes moves away from us, and Aerial Ace is the only move that hits in my moveset, which is also another problem, because if I run out of that, we are absolutely useless, unless we use Toxic, but we can't attack. Anyway, we get to Sableye, and this is where I realize, yep, this battle is all but done. Thankfully, we get a crit, but we've only got one Aerial Ace left. So all we can do is use Toxic, it uses Shadow Ball, I get hurt once again. I literally cannot do anything else. Thankfully, they don't heal, and we get away with murder. That was crazy. Anyway, third member of the Elite Four. And we're doing surprisingly well. You know, we're hitting harder than I thought we would. Even at level 100, I know that's crazy. And you might think, well, you're still not doing one-shots. I was surprised at how hard we hit with Brick Break. We get CeeLo down eventually, it heals, we get back, we take it down. Out comes the next CeeLo, this time a couple of levels higher. And I'm still a little, like, what should I use against this CeeLo? I probably should have been a little bit more aggressive there on this turn. We use Brick Break. It one-shot that one, but not the one before. I don't know how Pokemon works, but anyway, Golly is also a one-shot. We get to Walrein. He's a bit of a tank. Hits Blizzard. Manages to recover. We use Brick Break, and we get through the third Elite Four member. Now it's up to Drake. Drake, he hits hard. My Ledian can't take much damage. It's super weak. Shelgon re-heals. Every time he hits, we're losing 70 to 80 HP. This run is looking like it's over. At this stage, I just essentially was almost ready to concede. Flygon gets us down to red health. We get hit with Sandstorm, which is huge, by the way. And that's pretty much it for that run. It was brutal, but we managed to get this. We managed to defeat the Flygons. We get to Salamence, and yeah, didn't really have a plan for Salamence. It just flew, and we fainted. We get to Salamence again with only 50 health. This time I decided to learn Hyper Beam. Yeah, it doesn't even do half damage, so we're running out of ideas, but we finally get this run. Shelgon goes down in 2 hits. We don't take damage, which is huge. Usually we're down about 70 to 100 HP there. Have to get rid of this Flygon in 2 goes. We managed to do that. We still get hit with Sandstorm, which is a little annoying because we're losing a little bit of health at a time. Second Flygon, we get it down to yellow health. We decide to use a Reflect, which I think ended up being a pretty good idea. Now we've got Salamence at 110 health. We've got a little bit of defense. It's all about just hitting as hard as we can, which is not hard at all. We use Aerial Ace twice. It uses Crunch. It heals with its Citrus Berry. We managed to double edge it, but we get it into red health, which is not what I wanted. And yeah, it just uses Fly, and we lose again. We get this battle now. We lose quite a bit of health against Shelgon. We face Flygon, we take it down in 2, much like the last battle. And again, so yeah, at least we're getting to Salamence regularly now, even though we don't 2-shot this Flygon, which was a little bit annoying. I didn't think this run had a chance in hell, but here we are, we 2-shot it there. Out comes Salamence, we have 109 health. We use Aerial Ace. It flies, we use Reflect. Still does pretty much half of our damage. Managed to hit a crit, and you can see I'm a little bit surprised in the real run. And now we've got Altaria, and I'm not even going to speak. This is what happens. This was kind of incredible, actually. Kind of incredible. I used Double Edge. I took the risk, and we managed to have 2 health. 2 health remaining. And we get through to the champion, Steven. Well, let's see how we go. This has been one heck of a challenge, especially those first 3 gyms and this Elite Four. Can we become champion with Ledian? We hit pretty weakly, and yeah, this is my heart crushed. My heart broke in this moment. We get hit with poison. It's instant death. In Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emeralds, you take more damage. The more turns you have poison. Yeah. Game over. Or is it? Or is it? We have this run here. Managed to hit pretty hard to us. It misses Toxic. We hit Brick Break. And we get it down with quite a lot of health remaining, and I'm thinking, hang on. Are we a chance? Claydol uses Reflect. We're going to use the same move, because it does have Ancient Power, which is super effective. We use Aerial Ace again, get it to yellow health, but unfortunately we could not. We had to take 2 more shots, so we took a bit of damage. Credilli comes out. We hit a pretty decent Brick Break, over half damage. As you can see, the health is going down. We hit Brick Break once again, and this is the game over Pokemon Almado. Now, if you guys saw this live, we tried this for over an hour, and it just wasn't happening. And so I decided, unfortunately, is Pokemon Sapphire beatable with only one Ledian? No. It is not. But maybe it is? So there's one thing I didn't do in this run, and that is use Double Team. Double Team strats. I'm a bit iffy on that. Maybe I should have just tried that just to see if we could do any better. Even with Double Team and spamming that all the time, we still have to get incredibly lucky. You gotta realize Ledian is an extremely weak Pokemon with a really poor moveset. I think even with that, unless we got insane luck, we weren't gonna win. Anyway, guys, that was a fun challenge. It was tough. A shame we didn't get the win, but I still really enjoyed it, and I do want to do another run. So if anyone has any Pokemon recommendations, pop them down below. I would love to, do a second run. Well, technically it'd be my third. I made a video years ago, if you want to go back and check that out. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you have any feedback on how I can edit this better, let me know. And I'll see you all on the next video. Thank you very much. Take care. See if we can do better next time. Adios.